Not everyone who changes the tech world does it from a corner office in Silicon Valley. Sometimes revolution comes from a quiet coder who everyone underestimated. I should know. I've spent the last 3 years letting my family think I was just playing with computers while secretly building the most advanced AI system in the world. My name is Sarah Chen, and I'm about to show my family that true innovation doesn't always wear a designer suit or carry a fancy title. Still working on your little side projects? My sister Jennifer asked, swirling her champagne at her parents' annual holiday party. She'd just been promoted to Chief Innovation Officer at Chen Technologies, our family's software company. You know, Dad's offer to join the AI division is still open. I nodded, sipping my sparkling water. At 32, I was the family disappointment, the brilliant programmer who turned down a real job at the family company to work independently. What they didn't know was that my little side projects had just been acquired by quantum computing, the largest tech company in the world, for $12 billion. Sarah needs to think about her future, Mom chimed in, ever helpful. Look at Jennifer, leading our AI development, managing $100 million projects. And you're still, what exactly do you do all day? I code, I replied simply. No point mentioning that the AI system Jennifer was so proud of couldn't match 1% of what my creation could do. They'd find that out soon enough. Dad joined the conversation, fresh from impressing investors with Jennifer's latest project. The offer still stands, honey. Jennifer's team is doing amazing things with artificial intelligence. You could learn so much from her approach. I bit back a laugh, remembering the security audit I'd run on Chen Technologies' AI system last week, just to satisfy my curiosity. Their groundbreaking technology was 3 years behind current standards, and that was being generous. I'm comfortable with my choices, I said, watching Jennifer show off her new Tesla key fob to admiring relatives. Let her have her moment. Tomorrow would change everything. The party continued, a showcase of Silicon Valley success. Chen Technologies had grown from Dad's startup into a major player in enterprise software. Jennifer had followed his path perfectly, Stanford MBA, corporate leadership track, all the right moves. I'd chosen a different route. After my PhD in computer science, specializing in artificial intelligence, I turned down every corporate offer to work alone in my home office. Well, not entirely alone. I had Aria, adaptive reasoning intelligence architecture, my AI system that was about to revolutionize the tech world. At least tell me you're making enough to cover your rent, Mom said later, finding me in the kitchen. That little apartment in Oakland. It's not exactly success-level housing. I thought about my real home, a modernist house in the Berkeley Hills with a view of the bay. The Oakland apartment was just a decoy, a quiet place to work without attracting attention. I manage, I replied, helping her load the dishwasher. No point mentioning the offshore accounts where Quantum's acquisition money waited, or the patents that would soon make me one of the wealthiest people in tech. My phone buzzed. A message from Marcus, my contact at Quantum. All set for tomorrow's announcement. You sure about keeping your identity quiet until the press conference? Positive, I texted back. Let them see what Aria can do first. Jennifer swept into the kitchen, still glowing from her latest triumph. You missed my presentation about our AI breakthrough. Dad says it could revolutionize the industry. Really? I kept my voice neutral. What kind of breakthrough? Our system can now process natural language queries with 85% accuracy, she'd announced proudly. Nobody else is even close to that level. I nodded, thinking of Aria's 99.9% accuracy rate across 47 languages. Impressive. You should see the client interest, she continued. Even quantum computing is paying attention. They're sending representatives to see a demo next week. Now that was interesting. Quantum hadn't mentioned they were playing both sides. Then again, they probably enjoyed watching Chen Technologies scramble to recreate what they'd already bought from me. Good luck with the demo, I said, meaning it. Jennifer would need all the luck she could get after tomorrow. Later that night, in my real home office overlooking the bay, I ran final checks on Aria's systems. The AI responded instantly, its natural language processing so advanced it could carry on multiple complex conversations simultaneously while solving quantum physics equations and composing symphony orchestras. All parameters nominal, Aria reported. Ready for public deployment. Thanks, I replied, still amazed sometimes by the naturalness of our interactions. Run tomorrow's announcement protocols one more time. As Aria complied, I thought about my family's reaction to what was coming. Chen Technologies had built its reputation on being innovative, cutting edge. Tomorrow they'd learn they were playing in the minor leagues while I'd been quietly revolutionizing the entire field. My phone buzzed again. Dad, this time. Think about what I said. Jennifer's team could really use your skills. I smiled, saving the message. Soon they'd all understand that Jennifer's team had been trying to replicate technology I'd already perfected years ago. The next morning would change everything. But first, I had to decide exactly how to handle the revelation. Should I let them discover my identity during Quantum's press conference, or wait until they realized their AI demo for Quantum was attempting to impress the company with a pale imitation of my own technology? Either way, tomorrow would be interesting. Very interesting indeed. The morning of Quantum's press conference dawned clear and bright over Silicon Valley. I watched the sunrise from my Berkeley Hills home while Aria ran final system checks across global servers. Sarah, Aria's voice emerged from my smart home system. Quantum's PR team has uploaded the final press release. Would you like to review it? Display, I commanded, scanning the document that appeared on my wall screen. Everything was in place. The acquisition announcement, Aria's technical specifications, and the carefully worded revelation of its creator's identity. My phone buzzed, Jennifer calling. Sarah, you have to come to the office right now. Quantum's representatives are here early for the demo, and Dad wants the whole family present. I smiled at the irony. On my way. Chen Technologies occupied a gleaming office tower in downtown San Francisco. I parked my modest hybrid car in the visitor lot. No need to reveal my Tesla Roadster just yet, and took the elevator to the executive floor. The conference room was packed. Jennifer stood at the front, running through slides about their AI system. Dad beamed proudly while Mom recorded everything on her phone. Among the audience, I recognized Marcus and several other Quantum executives, hiding their amusement well. Our natural language processing is revolutionary, Jennifer was saying. The system can understand and respond to complex queries with unprecedented accuracy. Can we see a demonstration? Marcus asked innocently. Jennifer nodded confidently. Computer analyze market trends for quantum computing technologies over the next 5 years. The AI system churned for several seconds before displaying a basic graph. Market growth projected at 15% annually. It reported in a robotic voice. Impressive, Marcus said diplomatically. Though I'm curious, can it handle more complex scenarios? Multiple variables, real-time adaptation. Jennifer's smile faltered slightly. We're working on those features for the next version. Perhaps a comparison would be helpful, Marcus suggested, pulling out his tablet. We're about to announce a new AI system ourselves. Would you mind if we ran a similar query? Dad leaned forward, interested. Mom stopped recording, sensing something important was about to happen. Aria, Marcus said clearly, please analyze quantum computing market trends, accounting for technological breakthroughs, regulatory changes, and social impact over the next decade. Include potential disruption scenarios. My creation responded instantly, its natural voice warm and engaging. Analyzing multiple scenarios across technological, regulatory, and social dimensions, displaying comprehensive projection model. The room gasped as holographic displays materialized, showing intricate multi-dimensional analyses that made Jennifer's graphs look like kindergarten drawings. Additionally, Aria continued, I've identified 7 potential breakthrough points that could accelerate market transformation. Would you like me to detail each scenario with probability matrices? Jennifer sank into her chair. Dad's mouth hung open. Mom's phone clattered to the floor. That's impossible, Jennifer whispered. That level of processing, the natural interaction, it would take years to develop. 3 years, 4 months, and 12 days, to be precise, I said, standing up. Working alone, with no corporate backing or team of developers. The room went silent as everyone turned to stare at me. Marcus smiled. Allow me to introduce Aria's creator and Quantum's newest partner, Sarah Chen. You? Jennifer's voice cracked. But, you're just a coder. You work on little projects in your apartment. Actually, I replied, I work from my house in Berkeley. The department was just a cover while I completed Aria's development. And as of yesterday, Quantum acquired my little project for $12 billion. Dad collapsed into a chair. $12 billion. The largest AI acquisition in history, Marcus confirmed. Sarah's work has advanced the field by at least a decade. Aria isn't just another AI. It's a quantum leap in machine learning and natural intelligence. I pulled out my tablet. Aria, please show them your full capabilities. For the next hour, my creation demonstrated abilities that left even the quantum executives in awe. Natural conversations in dozens of languages. Complex problem-solving that combined emotional intelligence with raw computing power. Learning and adaptation at speeds that made other AI systems look primitive. All this time, Mom whispered, when we thought you were just playing with computers. I finished, writing little codes, not living up to the family name. I turned to Jennifer. By the way, that AI system you're so proud of? I reviewed its code last week. You're using frameworks I developed and discarded 3 years ago. Jennifer's face flushed. Why didn't you tell us? Why let us think? Would you have believed me? I asked quietly. You were all so convinced that success only looks one way. Corporate titles, fancy offices, traditional paths. I chose to let my work speak for itself. The acquisition is just the beginning, Marcus added. Sarah will head Quantum's new advanced AI division, with complete autonomy and resources. And Aria, Dad asked, finally finding his voice. I smiled. Is about to change everything. The demo you just saw, that's maybe 5% of its true capabilities. Watch this. Aria, initiate protocol Omega. The room transformed as Aria took control of every digital system, creating an immersive environment that showcased its full power. Solutions to climate change, medical breakthroughs, space exploration models, quantum computing innovations that defied current physics. This is the future, I said softly, not incremental improvements or corporate AI projects. Real innovation built by someone you all dismissed as a disappointment. The aftermath was chaotic. News of Aria broke worldwide, sending tech stocks spinning. Chen Technologies' share price dropped 40% as investors realized how far behind they were. Jennifer's revolutionary AI project was quietly shelved. Mom finally admitted that success doesn't always wear designer suits. Dad offered me a job again, this time as CEO of Chen Technologies. I declined politely. I had bigger plans with Quantum. My little apartment in Oakland? I donated it to a coding school for underprivileged kids. The Berkeley house became known in tech circles as the place where Aria was born, though I soon moved to a more private location to escape the constant attention. Jennifer took it harder than anyone. Years of being the family's tech genius, only to discover her little sister had revolutionized the entire field while she was giving PowerPoint presentations about outdated technology. How did you do it? She asked months later, over coffee. How did you build something so far beyond what entire companies could achieve? Because I wasn't trying to impress anyone, I replied. I wasn't chasing corporate success or family approval. I just wanted to create something meaningful. Last week, I found an old photo from that holiday party. Everyone gathered around Jennifer as she showed off her AI project, while I sat quietly in the corner with my laptop. I framed it as a reminder that innovation doesn't always announce itself with fanfare. Sometimes it works silently in the background, waiting for the right moment to change the world. Aria continues to evolve, solving problems we once thought impossible. I still code alone most days, though now I have unlimited resources and a level of respect in the tech world that makes my family's former dismissal seem almost comical. Mom still sometimes sighs about my casual clothes and preference for working from home. But she proudly shows friends articles about the woman who revolutionized artificial intelligence. Dad finally admitted that success doesn't always follow his prescribed path. And Jennifer, she's learning to code. Really code, not just manage developers. Sometimes she asks me for advice, which feels like its own kind of victory. The best revenge, I've discovered, isn't proving people wrong. It's achieving something so far beyond their imagination that their doubt becomes irrelevant. As Aria would say, processing the situation with perfect clarity, success is not measured by others' expectations, but by the impact of your innovations on the world. I couldn't have said it better myself.